This trip was about bringing Maori film students to Taiwan to meet and interact with Indigenous Taiwanese film students. The purpose of that is with the ANZTEC Agreement, which brings more opportunities for film and television cooperation and the funding for that. We wanted to provide the opportunity to know what to expect and how to improve the process of cooperation. By bringing the Maori and Indigenous Taiwanese together, we help them to learn about each other and have a better understanding of each other and feel more comfortable together. They have to have a comfort zone. They have to have a higher comfort level before they can really work together. We wanted to give the Maori students a rich variety of experiences here in Taiwan, Indigenous experiences. And sometimes it really surprised me how deep they went. And I think that spoke to their philosophy and how similar their philosophy was with the Taiwanese Indigenous people. For instance, we went to the cultural theme park where all I expected was for them to get a very superficial introduction to all the tribal culture. They saw the performances, but afterwards we were invited by the organizer of the performance, who actually gave them a gift. He made this hand-woven pottery right there while we were watching the show. He invited the Maori to the stage, where upon crossing the bridge to the stage, all the Indigenous people did a traditional welcome. That was better than anything they performed. And right after, the Maori were inspired in kind, inspired to perform their dance, like impromptu.
After the ATAYAL performers had finished, we got to know them a lot better, and we clicked on a higher level very, very quickly. The way we interacted was just natural, and even though we had only just met them, we made very good friends extremely quickly. It felt like we were back home.
We've given the students a good background of information from guest speakers. We've let them read about the ANZTEC proposals, ANZTEC Agreement details, and we've given them some exercises. But that's just the technical side. The side, another part that we worked on is really developing a deeper understanding of each other's cultures. Filmmakers, I believe, they're going to do a lot better job of sharing culture, sharing another culture, when they can actually have a deeper appreciation of it. When they feel the passion for other people, and also passion and appreciation for them. You have to have that first to let that show in their work. And so we provide the opportunities for this interaction. We brought the Maori students around Taiwan to experience different aspects of culture and to give them really deep interactive experiences with the local people. And their response has been very positive. They feel a kinship towards the people they met in a short time. And they have a deeper understanding, and they actually see a connection.
I've been really overwhelmed and impressed with that part of the trip so far. Last night at the wedding, family wedding, we had just met them, and yet they treated us special. But they treated us not as VIPs, they treated us as very special friends, family. And it was that family atmosphere, that environment, that reminded me of home down there last night. The way the people treated us, how we were very much part of the party atmosphere.
There was a point where it was uncertain if they were going to be inspired, at the beginning. It was going back to Taidong and going to the museum, starting at the Beinan Culture Park, where they could see a 3,000-year-old, you know, of 3,000-year-old village, and the sites, what do you call it, the archaeological site, and all of their artifacts. Going back in time is the way they could see their connection. That's what it took, going back in time. And then they had the whole museum to tour, and they could see very similar cultures there. And then they also met some tribes where the languages could, you know, they could make out some words, and they connected with a tribe. And it was like, there were many instances after that where their experiences in the villages, having dinners in the village where they cook the traditional way around the campfire, singing music in the campfire light. They're like, yeah, this is just like back home. And I just kept hearing that. This is just like back home. Every time there were Indigenous students sharing in their hospitality and songs and dance and joining together, holding hands, and they were reciprocating spontaneously. Yeah, that's when I knew that it was worth it. It was worth everything. This is like back home. And on the Taiwanese side, it was like, wow, you're just like my brother. You're just like my family. So, yeah, that was what I was dreaming about, hoping for.
I'm honoured to be here tonight as a guest of you all.
It seems to me that the place that we've been to and the energy that people like Tony are putting into identifying the Indigenous people in this country has been really great. The people that we've seen performing in the Indigenous village that we went to the other day are very proud of what they are and who they are. And Maori are very much like that. They're very proud of what they are and who they are. So that's a good beginning. And the progress on from there needs to be in establishing relationships with governments, with town boards and local communities to forge a place alongside the other peoples of this country, and saying we are the Indigenous people, we need a right to exist in this our country. How can you give us that right or more of it?
The Taproot program wasn't just, surprisingly, to my surprise, this wasn't just about planting seeds for future films. I saw future cooperation, future exchange programs just right there developing before my eyes. Chaoyang University of Technology and AUT, the representatives, they were talking about future exchanges already, and what they would like to do in kind, what they could do and couldn't do, and already discussing that. And in Donghua, the same thing, Donghua University in Hualien, already talking about what they could do together. So I'm really happy that I helped to plant the seeds. I facilitated something. And even one of the students at AUT said that he would like to go to school here and study Chinese. I think it was an attractive idea for more than one student.